Provo, Utah. This is the Ultimate Final Fantasy Podcast with your hosts, Joseph DeGolier and Kaleb Schweiss. This is Ultima Final Fantasy. Welcome to another episode of Lazy Final Fantasy, the laziest Final Fantasy podcast. I am Lazy Joe.
I am very active and fit, Kaleb Schweiss.
Speaking of the opposite of Kaleb Schweiss, Caleb Craig is not on the show today, I'm afraid.
Unfortunately, he had to go home.
Nope. So, ladies and gentlemen, today there is a group of people who are going to be reviewing a mobile Final Fantasy game by the name of... Jake, what's the name of the game? Which one did you do?
Final Fantasy, All The Bravest.
All The Bravest.
Yeah.
The
TB.
ATB. Okay, all right. So All The Bravest was reviewed already before we got here. And so we're just gonna, say hello and then let them... Let the gentleman who came in and reviewed the game, let them get to it.
Yeah.
But before we do that, we'll do some plugs. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, you can go to youtube.com/Ultimate Final Fantasy, see our live episodes and some good old Twitch videos on there if you want to see those. You can go to facebook.com/Ultimate Final Fantasy, join the conversation there. You can check out our website, ultimafinalfantasy.com, where you can basically find everything, but there's a Patreon link if you wish to join and support us via Patreon. There's a PayPal link there and an Amazon link as well if you want to support us that way. You can tweet me at Joseph DeGolier.
Me at UFF Podcast.
And please join the forums, ask the questions. There is a question from us to you at the end of this episode. I at least came in during that part. So make sure that you answer the question from us to you from these guys. Next week, it'll be on the questions from us to you area in the forums at ultimatefinalfantasy.com. Schweiss.
Yes.
Let's talk about the Final Fantasy 14 drama just a little bit. Where are you in FF14 as it stands?
I am waiting for you on a level 56 dungeon, 57 dungeon. It's 57, isn't it?
It's a level 57 dungeon.
Yeah.
And there's only 3 quests in level 57, and then there's another level cap to the Heavensward stuff. So, what we were looking at during this last week was Schweiss actually got a good web page going. It was nice, dude. It was so tough to find a page on the internet that told you all the quests for Heavensward, what level you had to be on, and then
like dungeon,
if there was a dungeon or a trial along with it.
Yeah, the ones I found before were just like lists of the quest names. And I was like, this isn't what I need. I need a full-on list that tells me exactly where I need to get to and where we wait for others. So.
That's right. And so we did find that list, or Schweiss found it, probably by accident. He just sent it to me and he's like, oh, we got so many quests to do before June 20th.
Yeah.
And we decided we wanted to do, I think last week we decided we wanted to beat Heavensward by June 20th because we didn't want to review the game mid it going through so many changes when Stormblood comes out. Now, I have to confess that I am behind you, Schweiss. I'm behind you by a level, and it will take me another good round of dailies in order to get to that level. And then there's only 3 of those fucking quests.
So you'll have to do more
So
dailies.
I'll have to do like 3 days or 2 or 3 days worth of dailies to get to level 58.
Right.
Now, once it's level 60... you know, the other half of the Heavensward and Dragon Song, which is the other part of Heavensward.
Yeah.
Those things, those will probably go by pretty quickly.
Yeah, they're all level 60 quests. I mean, they might be tough, but we'll at least have the level cap because it's capped out at 60 until Stormblood launches, and then we get 65.
So this is what I'm going to do.
Or whatever it is now.
Because I got other games to play.
Probably 70.
Along with 14, is I'm going to continue on the regular track that we had for FF14. And that is, I'm going to get on and do my dailies, and I'm going to play it on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 8 o'clock, like we said, and that'll be it.
Are you not going to do your dailies the other days?
I think I will.
Okay, you might have to. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, if we're
But-
going to do it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, where we actually do main story, you're probably going to have to do dailies tomorrow and then Monday.
Yeah, we added a game for the Nude Clan stuff, so
Yeah, we got a gift from one of our great listeners, Darth Jamu. He sent us all a copy of Horizon Zero Dawn.
and I broke my rule.
Joe broke his rule because it's a new game. We needed an Uber game at some point anyway, so we decided let's just work this one into the rotation, and then we'll do the Uber game again later anyway.
Yeah, so I just tripled down the amount of game. Well, not really, but I added a game to play.
Yeah.
I would only have to be playing Fable 2 right now,
Yeah, which is a very short game, so it wouldn't
Yeah.
be a problem.
so it wouldn't be a problem. But Horizon Zero Dawn is not a very short game, and I got, if I were to do 14 as well, it would be 3 weeks of Horizon Zero Dawn, FF14, and Fable 2. With the exception of Fable 2, giant RPGs taking up a shitload of my time. So I'm actually going to go back on what I said last week, or maybe what we just talked about last week. I'm not sure if we talked about it on the show, frankly. I'm going to go back and say I'm just going to play 14 like we were normally doing it. Schweiss, if you want to go ahead, do it. There's plenty of people playing 14 alongside us, not necessarily with us like we were before.
Yeah.
Everybody's just kind of playing 14, and they'll often like be really awesome if you're like, hey, I got to do a daily, you want to help? Then usually someone will say
Yeah,
they'll do it
if anyone's online, yeah.
if anyone's online. So
Friday nights are awful for it, but
that's been the case, and it's been super helpful. So I'm not, if you want to continue forward, you can do that, but I don't think I'm going to have the game beat by the 20th unless I like plow through Horizon, then plow through Fable, just do my dailies, and then when I'm on level 60, plow through that in a week. But that might be really tough because the cutscenes are just so long
they
in
really
this
are.
game.
yeah, I might do my dailies one more time for my Black Mage, because I hit level 58 earlier today, because I did I was doing my daily quests as Jake and Matunica and Krenital were recording the All The Bravest review that you will hear soon, and I hit level 58. I'm like 200,000 into that level, so I might do a couple more days of dailies on that character, and then I might go back to doing them for my White Mage pretty soon. I don't want to waste XP, but I don't know. I want to get it to where my Black Mage, like once I finish the level 60 quests, I'm up to snuff, and I am level 60. Obviously, I'll need to beat the Heavensward quest. That is the level 60 cap, and then everything beyond that is just no cap. So
No cap, it'll just get harder.
but if I do go ahead of you, which I don't know if I will yet, at least as far as like the dungeons go, I will redo them with you. I'll go back in and we'll fight it. So either way, I'll be there. I don't really
I'll be there.
I don't really want to play on other days though. So like I'm not going to do anything until Tuesday.
Okay.
So I won't get ahead of you that way. I'll just do dailies.
I mean,
maybe tomorrow.
dailies in 14 though.
It's like a couple hours now.
It's a couple hours.
It used to be like, 20, 30-minute dungeon, and then you'd have your daily, you could do your daily guild hest. But now it's like a daily guild hest, a daily main story thing, the daily dungeon, the daily, I can't remember what the other one is. It's like instance or daily something. There's like 4 of them now. There are 4 where there used to be 2, so it takes some time. And I swear it's always the Magitech facility for the one, and that's like at least 20 minutes, no matter what, if everyone knows exactly what they're doing. And if you get in a bad one, like I did earlier this week,
a bad group in 14 is just awful.
these guys were just auto attacking. You remember the guild hest, the easy ones, the ones that are supposed to take like 5 minutes.
I don't do them, but yeah, sure.
There's a trophy for 100, so I'm going to do
okay.
it. There's the one where you have to get all of the monsters really weak. They're like the flying guys, and then you have to kill them all really quickly before they start respawning. You remember doing that one?
No.
Okay, well, you can't kill them or they will come back, and you have to kill like all 7 of them in really quick succession.
Oh, maybe I remember.
These guys
something
just
like
kept
that.
auto attacking him, and they just kept killing him. They would we would work on a couple, and then there would be one guy that's just like continually casting and killing one guy, and then we'd hurry and try to wipe all the rest of them up, and then they would all respawn again. And like that happened, and I had to wait the 15 minutes, man, to vote to abandon because I didn't want to leave and get penalized because we had somebody that was like an idiot. Either they like didn't understand the message that the level tells you exactly what to do in the beginning, or they are just trolling. But you get penalized if you leave.
Or they're a bot.
Or they're a bot. But like, why would you? I guess it's a roulette, so they might. If you have a bot character, they might not get that one, and you could succeed. But with them being a bot in that guild test, they will never succeed. They'll just fail it. They'll time out after like 60 minutes or whatever it is.
I got a Joe reverting to teenagerhood story here soon. So I graduated from college twice, and it turned out to be a gigantic waste of time because I have not gotten a job.
Oh yeah.
But so this is where I'm at. I'm sitting at home and I'm doing job applications, trying to get just an intro, like a basic video editing job, like assistant video editor job. Very rare jobs to get around here in Utah, but they do happen. I've probably applied to 10 of them. Video editing, videographer, and then assistant video editing job, which one I fucking worked on that goddamn resume for an entire day, and the cover letter, and I hope they give me a call. Anyway, so in that mind of frustration, I decided to play FF14 in the middle of the thing. And my parents, because I'm living with them now because I'm unemployed, I got
that degree.
I got
though.
my dad asking me to do stuff around the house, and I have to tell him I can't because I'm in the middle of a dungeon right now, which to my father sounds terrible. It sounds like my loser son playing video games all day in his room. And then I have to go. Now, I don't say this, and I know my dad's sense of humor, so I just gotta be like, look, I know that this is ridiculous.
I can't stop this. I have to do it.
Is a priority. I know that this is the stupidest thing in the world, that the video game is the priority, but I cannot just stop in the middle of a dungeon, Dad.
Yeah.
I can't.
Oh, you.
So I got about 30 minutes here. Okay? I got about 30 minutes, and then I will come help you. I can't do that. I had to come later. I was like, okay, listen, this really is the dumbest thing in the world. But if I'm in there playing that game, there is a good likelihood that I am stuck there for 30 minutes. And this is why. And then I had to explain to them that it's a multiplayer game, so a whole bunch of people come to play this thing.
You can't pause it.
They're like a 45-minute thing. Yeah, can't pause it. And if I quit out, I screw a whole bunch of other people over, and I screw myself over for like an hour.
Yeah, an hour.
So, my mom was like, I guess I understand. But it was the most uncomfortable conversation I've had in a while, because I was just waiting for like my dad.
Just be like,
my dad's little jabs.
Yeah. Is he like me?
And then he talks about how I do the podcast, and he talks about, all those 40-year-olds living at home with their mom, and like, oh, thanks. I'm living at home with my parents right now. Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, all those. Hang on one sec. He pulls out his phone, looks at his calendar. All those blank and blank year old people. I almost gave away your age. I know we're not supposed to do that.
Oh, we've totally said it before.
Oh, have we really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm not happy about the age I'm at right now.
Yeah.
Thank you. And living with my parents.
Yeah.
At the same time, not a big fan of it.
I can see that. Yeah. A similar thing happened to me. So
47. No.
Alexandria works later now. My girlfriend who lives with me. So I pick up her son and I watch him for like a couple hours, like probably like 4 hours before she gets home. Right.
Okay.
And he's pretty good most of the time. Yesterday or the other day, I sent a tweet of this out too. I set up my TV on my counter over there next to the door because he wanted to play outside, and I was like, okay, you can play outside in the backyard with your toys, but that's it. So I set up my TV on my counter and my PS4 on my counter, and I'm like doing my dailies, like standing up watching him play outside while I'm playing this thing. The wind starts picking up. He's like, no, I'm gonna still play outside. Goes out there, gets like dirt blown in his face, and then he just like comes in all quiet. Doesn't say anything to me, and then he just like goes and starts playing. But he grabs his little fish toys. He's got like Dory and like a bunch of other toys, right? And he's like, "Oh, can I play with these in the water?" And I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead and just like run a little bit of water in the sink. That's fine." And he runs some water in there, and I'm I'm doing a daily, so I cannot stop. I can't leave it alone or it's over,
Isn't
right?
that fucking terrible?
Yeah, and I hear the water, and I'm like, man, that water seems like it's been going for a little while. So, like, I go in there, and it's like, it is full, and he is, like, smacking the water, and, like, water's just everywhere. It's coming down the counter. I'm like, oh, my God. I have to, like, put everything to sleep on the screen. I, like, run in there, and I'm like, oh, dude, too much water. Too much water. I, like, drain half of it, and it's just, oh, man, it's just pouring everywhere. And I was like, oh, my God. I can't stop it, because, like, the daily, if I leave it, I just get ruined. So I just grab, like, a towel. I, like, lower the water. I'm like, hey, you can't turn this on again. And then I have to go back out to my game. It's awful. And I'm like, I should not have said yes to the water in the sink thing. That was an oversight. But I definitely should have made sure he didn't put the entire sink full of water before playing with the toys. So I understand. You can't leave it.
Yeah, you also don't have my father, though, Schweiss.
That's true.
So I explained this to Drew the other day. I'm like, people think I'm a jerk. I might have said this on this show or Nude Clan. I definitely said it on one of them. But this is where I come from, okay? This is my father's sense of humor, and it is funny to me. I don't get hurt by these comments. Probably did at some young age, and then I got hardened, and now I'm just an asshole. And my dad's not an asshole, though. He's only an asshole to me because he thinks he's being funny, and he is being funny. So my dad is funnier than I am. I laugh really hard at things my dad says.
Yeah, I do too, actually.
He's really funny. So I got in a huge bike wreck, and I was explaining this to Drew on the Godzilla podcast, which will be out in a couple weeks. I got in a huge bike wreck. I thought I had broken my wrists. So I was going to I wasn't sure if I had to go to the hospital or not, so I called my parents, like, I'm not sure what I should do. Told my dad that I had gone home and like I took an Epsom salt bath to see if that would deal with the soreness or whatever, and then my dad's automatic response to me taking an Epsom salt bath was he asked me, did you do your nails in there too? Automatic reaction to me saying I took an Epsom salt bath, did you do your nails in there too? And I laughed because it was funny. But now I take that sense of humor that my dad has instilled in me, and I make those same kind of comments to other people, and they don't appreciate it.
Yeah, I do that a lot,
and like
too.
Drew was like, you need to explain that to every girl that you meet and thinks you're a jerk.
Yeah, probably. There was another one that he pulled that was really great when you were leaving my place, because Cameron and I were being an ass about it. We were like, you're like, man, they I can't believe he's finally growing up. And then your dad was like, yeah, they grow up so fast. And he like looks over at you and like shakes his head a little bit. And then like it was just sweet. It was hilarious. It's like the very next day they're moving out. As you guys are, as we're loading your shit up into their truck so that you can go up there.
God, dude.
It was pretty good. But
so, yeah. That's the dad I live with. So you don't you think that he keeps his mouth shut if I'm playing video games all day? Do you think that there is not a bunch of cynical comments about my video game playing and me being a grown-ass man? Do you think that those don't exist? I've been called a sissy by my father so much. It doesn't help. So, like, I can't, like, go crazy on the video gaming. Like, after dinner, I play video games because of the shows.
Yeah.
And they know it, but I never hear the end of it, ever. So I had my reverting to a teenager state. Now, we didn't fight about it. The thing that I would have done as a teenager is like, you don't understand. I have to do my dailies and that. Didn't do that. Thank God. But it's still, they're there, man. They're just there. They're just looking over me, and I'm playing the video games. I'm not doing anything like worthy with my life. I got a fucking podcast.
Yeah.
It doesn't pay me. It's just nothing.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love the podcast, guys. Thank you for listening to for the podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna slow it down on the 14.
Yeah, we kind of have to. I mean, we can't really crush through the main story if we are blocked out by level caps.
Yeah.
And we're not in as much of a rush as you wanted to be about 2 days before we decided that wasn't going to happen. like super gung-ho for about an hour.
Like, yeah, let's fucking do it. 6 quests a day.
I'm going to go to bed tonight, but tomorrow we're coming back for 6 more. We come back and do like 2. And I'm like, all right, well.
That's true. I did 7 that day.
Oh, I had done a couple more the night before.
Yeah, that's true.
So I was like, well, I did my 5 for the day, but I'm not going to do 5 for the next 4 days. So I'm hosed. But yeah, we're doing it. It's gonna be after the Heavensward patch comes out, so I guess we will get experience for the level 60 quests at the very least.
Good.
It probably won't be very much, as we know from main story quests. They used to be really great back in the olden days when we would get XP for main story, but now it's not great at all. It's like, oh, 30 grand. That seems like a lot. Oh wait, I have 3 million to level up. 3 million experience.
Dude, I got 1 million right now on 56, and I know that 57 only has 3 quests in it.
So you're gonna have to get to 58. Yeah, that's
so
the sick
I'm gonna
part.
have to get to 58. I'm probably in the whole like 4 million like XP.
Yeah, I took,
which is sick.
I
How
took-
many dailies? It's like you get about, I don't know, 500,000 lately for dailies.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. You get usually almost a third of a level. Based on the level that you're on.
Yeah, I've been doing the guild tests too, or not the guild tests, the lev quests.
Lev quests.
Yeah,
I never got into those.
They don't really give you that much, but I
No,
usually
they don't. They drive me nuts.
I usually do it.
I did them for a day.
Yeah, I usually do it while I'm waiting to get into queue. Like Friday, I had a bunch of time, and actually, that's what I was doing when he went crazy in the sink. I was doing a lev quest in between dailies, and the daily started, and I was like, oh god. But yeah, it's gonna take some time. But I don't know. We'll hit level 60 soon. So
well, let's have the other guys. Let's have them talk to you about ATB.
Yes,
All the Bravest.
Yes, we'll talk about Distant Worlds, which we're going to tonight next week as well. So
yeah, we should definitely do that.
We'll plug a little bit of it. It's not, we've already done it, so we can't do it like as the episode, but we will discuss how we felt about this one versus the last one, and yada yada. So yeah.
Yada yada.
Let's hear what those guys have to say about that mobile game.
Kaleb and Joe have refused to invite me to an episode of Ultima Final Fantasy, so I figured I'd hijack this one. This is our review of Final Fantasy All The Bravest. I am your host, Jacob.
This is Krinatal.
And this is Bill.
All right. So, guys, what do you think of development on this? It is called Final Fantasy All The Bravest.
The overall development seems kind of simple. It's a simple, free-to-play 2D touch-action RPG released in 2013 for iOS and Android. Just pretty much covers simple features of traditional jobs, characters, locations, monsters, and music from Final Fantasy series. And gameplay is similar to the active time battles from the days of old when games were awesome.
Did that give it away? The name?
What name?
All The Bravest, ATB.
Active time battle.
It's a subtle thing.
Oh, yeah, I pulled that joke earlier, Bill, because he asked me to make a channel on the Discord that I run, and I typed in Active Time Battle rather than All The Bravest. Now I get where that joke is.
Congratulations, he get it, folks. All right.
Yay. One of the other developing things as we carry on with this conversation into more pressing matters is that this game also has social networking features, which allows you to opt in for an extra party slot for every time something is posted on Facebook or Twitter. And you only get this bonus once every 24 hours.
For up to 40 characters, which I've now managed to post all my Twitter postings, so no more, thank God.
Yeah.
And I just did mine today, and it's just, I don't want to keep doing that. No, thank you.
How many people have unfollowed you guys on Twitter after this?
I don't know.
Nobody so far.
Well, I'll be the first, because I lost 3 people.
Oh my God! Wow.
Yes.
Now I need to check my Twitter feed to see if anybody's subscribed for me. I don't think anybody. I've never seen anybody unsubscribe from me. Do they notify you about that thing?
You won't know. Like, if you get blocked, right? You won't know until you actually check it.
Right.
Hey, I gained a follower.
Oh, you have lost one. Yeah.
No, I gained one.
Oh, just
You really did. You really did. Yeah, I don't think anybody's seen my post yet. I think I have another 24 hours before somebody gets me from their system.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think about this originally being $3.99 before it was free to play?
Steep.
That's too much. That's too much. Too much. I would not pay that. Sadly, I've actually put more money into this game than $3.99, but that's because the in-game mechanics required me to pay for it to get the extra content and see how the different people work. I did spend about $25 already into this game.
But was it required? Was it?
No, but I'm impatient.
Nothing like that 8-bit cloud just to make you want to spend $1.
And it's not even that you're actually getting them as an actual, like, guarantee. You have to pay a $1 wall fee just to get access to a random premium character.
It's random, so you can't actually pick who you're going to get.
So I think my first few characters were Lightning, Terra, Saz, and then at some point it was like
so you just keep going till you got Cloud?
Yeah, I understand that I kept going to get Cloud. My objective was not to get them. It was just to pop up and see what I got. And then it's just the fact you have to keep paying a wall for that is ridiculous. But again, it's a mobile game. They got to get their money somewhere, and they got me $25, and they ain't gonna get any more out of me out of this game.
Is this where we bring up the freemium section of this review? It's free, but not really.
Yeah, it's pretty much. It's not freemium at all. It's literally pure pay by PayPal or Apple Pay of premium content that doesn't really add any form of extra anything to this game. Right. If you really wanted to see everything all nice and pretty, you could spend additional $35 on premium characters from all of the known Final Fantasy generations, and then just to see their little animations, which are nice and all.
Yes.
But are they worth $1 a person? No. And then you also have extra content by adding access to 3 different worlds, FF7, FF10, and FF13. And each of those worlds only gives you one map, as in this game only has per section of the game, which is by map content, you'll have between 3 and 6 or 8 for the last area of icons on a single page of the mobile screen. And then that's as far as you go, because the final boss of that screen is like the boss of that area. Yeah. And for the FF7 one, it was Sephiroth, the final. They showed Midgar as the map, just Midgar, and then the surrounding town. So you started from outside town and then walked your way into Midgar, and then you eventually fought Sephiroth at the end. That's it.
Yeah. So it's a bit like Advent Children.
Yeah. So as far as moving across, it's similar to Super Mario Brothers 3 when you're going from 1 to 2 to 3 on the map.
Yeah, the line-dotted map system is pretty much how you're going to see it.
So was it good seeing Final Fantasy VII Universe in 8-bit?
I saw it as a new perspective. I would have loved to have seen more. Because there's no real depth to the overall map, so you can't really get a gist of how it feels. You just get, in each fight you have, you get a background, and that background is in a designated world. And in FF7, it was the Karn, outside Karn, all the grasslands. And then once you walked into Midgar, it was all the cityscapes and the trains and the ghost town and then Shinra headquarters. And then finally, when you fight Sephiroth, it's all that purpley, cloudy area, and then him.
So essentially 5 minutes of gameplay for the entire development of this thing.
I'd say 10 minutes of gameplay for all the development for this thing, because just getting to the end boss, I mean, they do make difficulty out of this game. There is a little bit of difficulty.
Yes, definitely, especially when you start getting to the later bosses.
Yeah, because you really shouldn't be touching the last 3 expansion content areas until after you've beaten the main, because it's really hard to kill them without the high levels.
Yeah, I will say that even on the last fight of this, I had a just about full party. I believe it was 39 out of 40, and just completely swiping as fast as I could, and you still die on the final boss.
Yep.
And we could put in the other freemium part here is the golden hourglass.
Yep, which I spent a couple bucks on to get a couple of those.
Ugh. But if you don't, you could literally just stay away from your phone, and each 3 minutes you get one party member revived.
Yeah, I got that kind of time.
Die.
Yeah.
Possible to die on this game. You just, if you walk out to the boss, you put your phone down for an hour, when you come back, and you've got your whole party back ready to go, and the boss has regained no health.
For me, I didn't really have that kind of time, because most of this game, I've been essentially sitting on the crapper playing this game. So I have between like 4 and 6 minutes to play this game as far as I could each day.
Right.
So it's pretty much, I don't have the kind of time to sit there and wait for the thing to regenerate for the next day. I'm not going to wait, because this game would take like a month for me to beat. I've had to wait that whole time.
So you didn't want to hear the cool little Koopo sound when all the party members came back?
I only heard that once. I ain't hearing it again. It was fine.
Yeah, the first time it happened, I'm like, what the fuck?
Woo-hoo. We're done with that. Good.
Wait, what is this? Oh, it's this. Oh, great. Now I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
So yeah, now we're kind of delving in the gameplay here. Oops, but
well, yeah, we suppose we can loop back around if we want to do that. But
yeah. So, is there anything anybody else has to say about the development of this?
Well, other than the fact it wasn't actually developed by Square, but by Bitgroove.
Yes.
Yep.
So it's just another game that they farmed out to another part of Square to develop, and they'll just publish it and see if they can make some money off it. Or for Crinitor.
Yes.
Yeah, they get a couple bucks off of me. Sure.
Yeah.
Somebody
so in total, it's $46.62 if you want to buy everything.
Nope.
50. This is not a £50 game, I'd say.
Wow. Somebody at Enix knew Crinitor personally and said, okay, let's sign off on this, and we're at least going to get $25 off of Crinitor. That is our development cost. We will at least pull even with this game.
Yeah, well, you're still playing for 11, aren't you, Crinitor?
No, I'm not. Once I was with the crew the entire way, finished it, we're done. I'm not going back. until they invent some way to put it on a and make it free to play.
Yeah, we'll be waiting on that announcement for the next 5 years.
Yep.
And then it'll be a freemium game.
Yes, it will.
Well, they are working on Grandmasters, but we're not covering Grandmasters today.
Not yet.
No.
Next time.
So what did you all think about the story? And was there anything in the game about story?
Yeah, Matunica, what is it?
So, the story is very simple. When the shine of the sun is hidden by the shadow of the moon, worlds unbound are brought together, and the gate between dimensions thrown open. From the sun under a pale of black surges forth a sinister host, together with a darkness, eternal and unyielding, that threatens to consume all. To repel this vast evil, warriors from all worlds must unite. The fight to come is theirs, and it is a war whose end cannot be seen. These fated heroes have risen, each with a crystal brilliant to behold. They stood, now not alone, but unified, and in numbers greater than ever imagined, or 40 of them.
Yes.
And that is the story.
Question, since I didn't buy any of the premium characters, did it stay at 40 and just replace one of the characters out when you bought premium, Kryn?
what it did was mixed it in. Every time a character died, it would trade in for a premium character, and then once they died, it would trade back to a non-premium character. And then every time you started a battle, it would mix in the premium characters with the original characters until they died, and just kept randomly picking in a new one every time you replenished your ranks with an hourglass.
Huh. Okay.
So, overall, their overall importance to the point of the story is not really relevant. They're just there to be pretty inside the game.
And there is a little bit of prettiness to be had.
Yes, there is. A lot of cool effects that you get from some of them, like Cloud has his cross-slash ability, a bunch of slices with an X in it, and then you get to see Lightning's Army of One ability with the roses, and then you get to see Terra, and she brings in her Magitech armor, laser beam, and then you get to see a couple of other mechanics from a couple other characters. It's mostly their like highlight abilities from when they were in their games. And
Did you manage to unlock Aerith?
I didn't try. I kept clicking. I got a couple of characters. I ended up getting... Now I'll go app real quick and see my catalog. I got...
I didn't mention Aerith because she had quite an interesting one. She would do Healing Wind, which would actually bring another party member back into the fun.
Oh, God, I would have loved that character. But no, I did not get that one. I ended up getting... his name escapes me, but the guy from number 2, FF.
Oh,
would it be Leon?
Farion.
Yeah.
Farion, yeah, Farion. Yeah, Farion, Bart's...
Butts.
the granddaughter of FF5.
Oh,
Creel. And then you got Loki, Setzer, Cloud, Tifa, Squall, Cypher, Zidane, Tidus, Yuna, Shantoto, Ash, Moogle. And for some reason, I did not know this existed, but apparently you get to have a pig in FF4.
Yes, you do.
I don't remember that being there, but apparently that's in the game. I did not know that.
It's a status effect.
Oh, I thought it was a character. And then the other one I got was Saz, and then I got the Magitech armor.
Okay.
The other ones you can get would be Kane, there's a Dragoon, there's Ares, there's a Chocobo, there's Red 13, there's Sid, there's...
There's almost everyone, really, for most of the main games.
Well, not everyone. I mean, there's only highlight characters. There's only 5, 10, 15, 20, 25...
Because nobody wants
30,
to play
30,
as Zell.
There's only 35 people you can get. 35.
Because no one wants to be Zell.
Yes. Or Selfie.
Yeah.
Yeah, only Score and Riona are from FF8.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
that's the two that are in here, yeah.
You read the prologue for this. Prologue, whatever.
Prelude.
Sorry.
If I'm not mistaken, there was another set of text for the middle and the end, right?
What do you mean the middle and the end?
Well, I think when you get about halfway, we get another one of those screens depicting a little bit more of the story.
Oh, after you kill Chaos.
Yeah.
In the first level.
In the first main boss of the first map screen, you get a little bit of a dialogue that ends the pretty much...
I'll kill him quick and find out.
Yeah, we're trying to sit here and jump through the whole game, fight Chaos, and just do all this
Right. Chaos is just
irrelevant.
dying.
Instant death, supermassive attack beams. Gone. Come on, fade away faster.
Oh, it just brings up a screen that says Final Fantasy All The Bravest. There's no actual
intro
text.
to the intro. Okay.
Yeah, so the first world, which is set in the world of FF1, you go through and you kill Chaos at the end, and then you get a little secondary intro screen to advertise the game, basically, which you've already bought and paid for.
Isn't that with every game now, though?
Yes.
Like 12 intros and then the title screen and then another.
Yeah,
It's 20 minutes of a movie and then it comes up.
Sounds like Type 0. Intro, or Advent Children Complete.
Yeah.
But I did like the way it didn't just go straight from FF2, it kind of mixed up all the worlds.
Yeah, and it's playing different music for each area, even though it doesn't really match sometimes.
Yeah, I did love the nostalgia of this game.
Yes, it works. It's there.
It's like going back to playing FF1 again, where you're just basically playing the old style with all the 8-bit characters again. It was nice to see that. It felt very nostalgic for me as well. Got to see some of the old bosses, such as Exdeath, see Chaos, Garland,
The Emperor from FF2.
Yeah, the Cloud of Darkness. A couple of them.
Gilgamesh.
Of course, Gilgamesh.
He's the mini boss in the second world. I just sat and listened to his music for 5 minutes when he first came up.
Yeah. It wouldn't really be a new FF now if Gilgamesh wasn't. I think it justified him putting it in there because the boss is Exdeath's second form. So.
What was the final boss?
The final boss is if you've played FF5, I'm sure some of you out there played it.
It's one of my favorites.
Exdeath has 2 additional forms after you beat his body.
Underrated.
You would have the Tree of Life, and then you have the Chaos Tree. The Chaos Tree is the final boss of the main story of All The Bravest.
And he's one of the hardest bosses in any Final Fantasy game.
Yes,
in the original FF5.
Yes. Thankfully, he's not very mechanic-driven, so we're not going to sit here in demonstrations all day.
Mechanics?
Yeah.
Mechanics to this game?
Yeah, it's called stick your finger on the screen. That's the mechanic.
It's called
just swipe like madman.
It's called finger fucking my phone.
Yep. It's
I think that's a super sexy one there.
Oh, yes. And you have to explain to your 3-year-old nephew what exactly the hell you're doing to your phone.
We're sticking our finger in and out, in and out, in and out. This is the retraction process of the finger.
You use
one
finger at the top and 2 at the bottom. That's the shocker.
I actually found that was the best method for this game as well. That activated more characters at once. Get a little triangle going with your fingers and then just wipe up and down on the screen.
Yeah. I was more of the mop method, just swipe left, swipe right, wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off. That's all I was doing. And then eventually it came to the point where if you waited 3 hours, if you sat here and waited. Waited a good enough amount of time, you would eventually get access to a very specific bar. I don't know if you all used it or not. Fever bar?
Yep.
Yeah, you pretty much have to.
Yeah. There's some bosses, such as the final boss, where you kind of want to use the fever bar often, which allows you to continuously use your characters with no cooldowns on it. And the boss is basically frozen in time for as long as the fever is activated. It's kind of like the limit break of the game.
Yeah, it's limit break. And I think it comes... I got it about every 3 hours.
Yeah, that's the time limit on it, yeah. So, Batuta, you heard music that you heard in the game. What did you overall music in it?
Well, I really enjoyed the music, but mainly because of just how nostalgic it all was. So you go through every single world, you get to listen to the battle music when you're on one of the battle stages. You go into the boss fight, and like I said before, you get to hear Gilgamesh's music, and it's really nice. I mean, especially as I've been going through and replaying some of the older games recently, and it's just the old Uematsu music that he's just playing over and over again. So it's nothing new, but it's good.
Felt sort of the same way with nostalgia. Brings back a lot of the music from FFs 1 through 5. As
5 and 6.
Yes, there is a song from 6. Fully all that well, since most of the music from there is just... It's not strong. like the new generation is, so it's kind of hard to fully grasp the sound. But like Gilgamesh, as you were talking before, it does have unique soundtracks for each of their characters that come fighting them from the original games, and they're nice. They're good quality. There's no horrible breakdown, staticky. It's perfectly good quality music, and it does a really good was like trial or test version for the original game. Did you enjoy the music at all, Jake?
Yeah, I did. It is pretty much cut and paste for any good music you would need from FF. Just cut, paste it right here. So I've got no problems with it. It's great where it is, and even if it is kind of cookie cutter, it's great for what it is, and I've got no problems.
Nice.
Very nostalgic.
Yeah. It's all FF is, really. It's pretty much nostalgia until they eventually make a game where it has nothing connected to the old game. And then kind of really isn't FF anymore, is it?
Yeah. We're waiting on Square to come up with a story.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
But that's okay.
As long as we keep getting games like this, right? We'll just ignore 13 and 15. As long as we have All The Bravest, we'll be fine.
Right.
Fuck out of here.
Always get those micro doses of classic characters. But yeah, this game doesn't really give you what you want out of those old games. It's literally a super micro dose.
Right.
Like you were telling before, it's literally like 10 minutes. You could beat this if you tried hard enough and had like $30 on you. You could beat this game in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
If you wanted to.
Yeah, I'd probably say that's a fair result.
Yeah.
And in a bite-sized form of it, yeah. Is it an FF game? Looks like an FF game. Does it play like one? No. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, and that's
But it's not that. Sorry, I was go ahead.
Oh, no worries. That's the main gripe about gameplay here. Is what I want to get into, because this thing has no fucking strategy.
Nope, not even a
It
little
is
bit.
completely mindless. You don't get to choose shit. All right, you just fucking swipe. You don't pick any character you want. Fuck any of the skills, because whatever you are, whatever class you are, you're just gonna go attack. You go
Like,
do a
Unless you're Aaron.
Yeah, they give you a micro form of gameplay where you can change the equipment of your characters that you want. You can change out swords and weapons.
Oh, no.
no.
You don't change the swords. Every time you pick up a new weapon, which when you beat the enemies, they drop a weapon. It just adds to that character's attack power.
It's just the
So the more weapons you have, the more powerful that person gets.
And
So there's no actual swapping of weaponry. You can't go in and change it. It's just they've got what they've got, and if you've got every single weapon for that class, then that class is as powerful as it can be.
So it's much worse than I thought.
Yes.
Yep, much worse.
And that's
There is no customization.
whatever you have, actually, you still have a job. Like, one of the characters still has that job. You could go earn a +3 magic because you just got a wand, but there isn't a single white mage in your fucking party anymore.
Yep, there's no way to replenish your troops. And everybody dies with one smack to the face.
Yeah.
Everybody.
You ever seen 40 samurai just get killed?
I did this morning.
Yeah, when they invented the machine gun.
Oh. He is no longer known as the last samurai. Tom Cruise died in a firefight.
Yep. And then he woke up on the edge of tomorrow, and he's basically living the same moment over and over and over and over and over and over again.
I'd much prefer him to wake up into Vanilla Sky, but yeah.
No, I think that's what these characters are doing. If this is going to be the reference for this kitty, it's basically they die, they go to bed, they wake up, we're playing the same fight again. Uplift day, uplift day, uplift day, go.
Pretty much. I mean, they recover every 3 minutes, I think it is.
Every 3 minutes.
You get an entire party wipe. Every 3 minutes, another party member will come back.
They're husks. They have no souls.
Nope.
They're just mindless.
Just one.
They're mindless toy puppets like Vivian 9.
Oh,
Vivi's not
you
my
can't
list.
attack Vivi, man.
No, don't do that.
Vivi.
No.
You'll get a lot of hate
I
on Twitter.
love Vivi, but I'm using that as an example. That's all.
I mean,
because of the reference.
The references is you can use like the Black Mages in 9, just not Vivi. Vivi has a soul. The Black Mages do not. They're basically curious of all consciousness of life, and that's exactly what these guys are. But it's literally just like we do the same thing in and out, and then once we're done with our activities, we all die.
Right.
That's all it is.
Those poor black mages.
And that's why Vivi cares. He wanted to give them purpose.
That's why we all love Vivi.
Yep.
Agreed.
So, covering from that game, there's a little bit of design. It's not like we're playing an absolutely trash-looking game.
No.
Do you think that the design of the game looks pretty good?
Yeah, it looks lovely on my iPhone. I mean, it's just 8-bit.
Nothing wrong with 8-bit. It was from the old days.
It's not pushing anything.
Nope. It's not like Pokemon Go. It doesn't send my phone into a burning sun hot rage.
No. Do you feel like there was any like lag or latency between the any plays when you were? Was there any like slowdown time?
Nope.
None.
Very, very smooth.
And I'm running a $10 Moto E phone, so no problems there.
Yeah, and I'm using an iPhone 6 Plus, so it's definitely fine on mine.
Oh,
Yeah,
it better be
6-bit.
pushing those 8-bit graphics, man.
Or they do look beautiful on this screen.
They do. The animations for each of the attacks, whether job class you are, they do look beautiful when you're attacking. It is quite flashy.
Yeah, the summoner class is brilliant. I don't know if Quinitar, I don't know if you managed to unlock that in the end.
Which one?
The summoner class, where Bahamut comes down from the sky and hits every enemy for 999.
That is my final class to get, and I still haven't used him yet to use Bahamut.
It
It's
is
the best one.
Yeah.
It's got the nice short animation as well, so it's nice and quick.
Matunica, did you get, we didn't talk about this, but randomly, I don't know how often it happens, but you will get an entire battle where your entire party is just one job class.
Yes, I got that quite a few times.
Okay, yeah. I don't know how often, but did you get
Does
them?
anybody know why it does that?
No idea.
Oh, you get it's just because it's completely random how many the characters appear on screen because it chooses them all at random. I think there's something like a 5% chance that you will just get a battle where it will choose one entire class.
Right.
I've had it quite a few times pop up.
It comes down to basic RNG then.
Yep, gotta love that RNG.
Yes.
I think I sent you guys a picture earlier of
Yes,
me
yes.
playing
Yeah.
guitar from the super boss from the World of Balance on Final Fantasy VI. And I had an entire party of warriors, the first character from the game.
Yep.
But luckily I'm level 99, so I absolutely smashed him.
Yeah.
Yep.
So did
I never
you
really made it 99. What were you saying, Jake?
did you get them to be all summoners once?
Unfortunately not. I'm still waiting for that one. I've had all, what's it, the Beastmaster. Where they throw bombs at people.
Yeah, Beast was good.
I've had all Onion Knights, which is pretty impressive.
Oof,
Because
that's
they
gotta
are
be
the best class on
amazing.
the game. And I think there was just a random like one where I had all white mages.
Oh, I bet that looked beautiful. Nothing like healing your opponent to damage them.
It made no sense. Made no sense at all.
Everything attacks. Just everything attacks.
I kind of thought they were doing Holy at first, and then there's an enemy later on that casts Holy. It's just not the same.
Yep, they're all about as effective as Aerith.
So you're an entire party of Aeriths where all you do is revive Aerith.
Stick them all in the back row.
But when you guys were looking at that kind of action that was played on the screen, did any of it look terrible? I mean, you clearly see what they were doing.
No, most of it was really good. The Magus animation, because it was so long.
Right.
He'd do like a little fireworks, and then there'll be more fireworks, and then some other fire. In that time, some other characters come in and kill the enemy. And then I have to wait for his animation to end before it tells me I'm victorious.
I mostly had to wait for either the moon or the pig to finish their weird little dance move with little flowery hearts. That's pretty much all I kept waiting for, because they ended up just, I don't know how they're doing damage, they just did. Just whatever.
I believe the, what was it, either the Viking or the Berserker, every time I would attack with them would end up being way too much time.
Yes. I think they hit like 3 or 4 times, the Berserker.
Yeah.
He's got like a little fox head on his head.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's the Berserker. Viking had the little horned helmet with the hammer.
Yeah.
So did you guys manage to fight any of the secret enemies that are dotted about?
I got a couple. I got the greater behemoth. I got Shinryu. I got a couple monsters. I'm still waiting on that Cactar and Tonberry. I'm still waiting on them.
Same. Can't figure it out.
Yeah, it's just there are random levels where they have extra characters, and you've got to keep playing those levels over and over again in order to actually fight against that enemy. And if you're trying to get all the weapons off all the enemies, it's an absolute pain. Mm-hmm. There's one of them, I think it's on the 2nd level, on the 3rd stage of the 2nd level, which is Gilpot. And I've probably fought him about 10 times.
Enjoy the grind.
Drop his weapon.
I was still fighting Chaos at least 20 or 30 times to get that weapon drop off of him, but it just kept giving me the title screen. Like, I don't want this. I want the weapon.
The FF2 Emperor. Oh, he drove me insane. I think I fought him about 50 times. His spear.
You guys had a lot more dedication to this than I did, because the second I beat it, I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to continue on, try and find these little weapons, go back and do it again. I was done.
Right.
Well, I beat it, and then when I looked at the main screen, it told me I was like 92% complete, and then that's driven me insane since.
The completionist in you.
Complete it.
You need to be at the top 2%.
Every time I saw the page.
Now there are 2 weapons I can't get to drop, which is the Gilpot and I think is it Siegfried from Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah.
Oh god, I fought them all so many times, and it's so difficult to get them to pop up in the first place because of random number generations. They're just very rare enemies, and their drops are even rarer, which is a pain.
For the longest time, my stats were like 64% and 33%, and I just kept looking at it. I was done with the game. It was like, come on. Just unlock already.
I know, I'm looking at it now, and it still says 99%.
Maybe BitGroove, or Enix, however you want to say it, knows you're trying to get that 100%, and I wouldn't be surprised if that 1% you're missing is in those world map packs at $3.99 each.
Oh, God, you're terrible. Please, no.
I'm pretty sure it just applies to the freemiums, the free stuff, because I've only played the free stuff, and I can see the 2 weapons that I'm missing.
Okay.
Mind you, I did lock my other characters when I walked to the FF7 area. That's how I got them, because I was working on higher content and getting my levels high. But I don't think it's going to be able to unlock the rest of the enemies back there, because those enemies and those contents are not showing up in my book catalog.
Okay.
Swipe right.
So there'll be 2 different lists for 100%.
Oh, yeah, they're there. Yeah, they're in there.
Catalog and swipe to the right. You can see all the premium stuff for the gear, enemies, and everything else. Although I do like the little Chocobo music that plays when you're in the menu.
Yeah, that's always nice. But yeah, you always gotta have Chocobo theme in there somewhere. Since you're not riding around in one to travel, you might as well get decided to give it an airship and no Chocobo. Wow.
Yeah, there was some of the animation, like when you're going to each little dot on the map, you would be, the various vehicles throughout the series. Like, I believe there's the airship and the boat from 2. And stuff like that. That's another little nostalgia thing to just cut and paste into the game.
But again, that's all this game is.
Pretty much.
It's just a callback to the first 6 games, just throwing little things in that people will always remember from those games.
Just a 5 to 10 minute callback. It's like a thought in the back of your head. If
you're going to play it free like me, then it's about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Which FF3 are you playing?
I played the one on DS.
Yeah, so did I.
So has anybody went OG and played the old FF3?
I've tried it a few times. About halfway once, and then the translation screwed up.
Oh, I played the one on Steam where they were all new age polygons, FF7-ish. It was weird looking. Didn't really match what they were doing, but
A lot of those ports don't. If anybody has ever seen the FF5 and FF6 ports now to iOS, should officially start vomiting right now.
I was already
You know
pissed
what I'm
off at
talking
the conversion to the Steam for FF6. Because for FF6, a lot of the key controls were malfunctioning for me, and I would unable to even get any part of the menu to pop up. Because if you tapped one button, it would stick and wouldn't let go. So the menu was locked open, or an up arrow was stuck up. So when you were on a chocobo or a boat or an airship, you couldn't leave that direction. Yeah.
Yeah, that just sounds like a straight up bad port of running your emulator wrong. Clearly it wasn't built from scratch.
The end boss of FF6, I beat the boss. I beat what's his name? Kefka. I beat Kefka's final form, and then as soon as it got to the credits page, it got to the black, white, and gold area where it scrolls like a storybook. It just broke. It just froze.
Ooh.
So you never got to see the end. You just got to see.
That is weird.
And I sit there and defended myself to Schweiss and Joe about how to I beat the game, but I didn't. It's I had to literally go watch the ending on YouTube. So I was cheating out of my port.
Square is known for phenomenal ports, however. Let's not forget that. 4 and Trigger and 5 and 6 and 1 and 2. Every PlayStation port, pretty much.
The PSP ports are excellent.
The DS ones aren't bad. I like the DS ones.
Yeah, the ones they did for the PSP are really, really good.
Oh,
I
yeah.
played 1, 2, and 4 on that.
That complete collection is flawless. And
Yes,
2 actually
so-
gets fixed, so...
2 is fixed. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, they actually changed the game entirely so it actually works the way it's meant to be? You don't have to keep smacking yourself in the face to keep getting health?
Yeah, they really balanced it out properly.
You don't have to keep taking damage so you do more damage?
There's still a part of that, but it's much more balanced.
Way more balanced.
You can't just like you say, smack yourself in the face.
You still got to
Smack
pay
your ear in
a
the face,
million
like that.
gil for staying in an inn?
Oh yeah, that's
Oh, yes.
still evil capitalists.
That's terrible. Oh, I remember those days.
Hey, you gotta have some difficulty in an FF game. Come on.
That's money difficulties. That's not gameplay difficulties. Money difficulties.
Also, the PSP port is not difficult.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't found any of the old games difficult. I don't know if that's just me. I mean, I know
FF1 on PSP is pretty late. Because if I don't recall, when you're doing the last couple dungeons and maybe the extra ones, every space you get into a battle. On the in PSP version. So that one is pretty elite. It's up there.
Oh, yeah. I think it's every 2 steps, fight. 2 steps, fight. 2 steps, fight.
Origins.
But we're a little bit getting off tangent from the segment of the show.
the nostalgia, man. It's just bringing us out.
Yeah, it's just bringing us all back around to all the
This is what this game's
times of
designed to do.
classics.
Maybe not in a good way, but yeah. Is there
This will just bring it all back around to how we feel overall length of the game. Do you feel like you would ever go back to this game?
No.
No? Maybe a little bit.
Not even a little bit.
Alright. What about you, Bill?
Well, I don't know. If I
I mean, I feel like you 99%ed it, so you
weapons,
got everything?
but other than that, if I manage to get them, I will never go back to this game. Maybe to listen to Gilgamesh's song.
Nah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I'm not going to go to the game now that we're officially done with.
But the $25.
I paid my $25. We're done.
Square's made enough money out of you.
It's like officially taking the 20 and the 5 and just putting it in a bonfire.
Yeah,
I think they use it as toilet paper.
Or snot rags.
Sakaguchi just blows his nose on it.
Like he's getting any of that money anymore.
Oh, he's got to have some sort of...
He's got to have some copyrights in there somewhere.
Yeah, he's got to... I reckon the Boo's going to make some money out of the music.
They got to use his name every time they have to re-release the game. Credits.
I'm pretty sure X is stifling him on the bill if he's not being allowed to perform any of that music live.
Yeah.
That they keep putting a friggin' copyright wall on him when he's trying to perform things live, which is a fucked up move.
Yeah.
So
he tries to pass some of it off to Noble, but a credit with the Black Mages and some of the concerts that they do.
Yes.
God, I love the Black Mages.
That is awesome. And then Distant Worlds tonight. Yes.
Saw that back in Jersey. It was amazing. Jersey sucks, but the concert was amazing. Sorry, people from Jersey, I'm so sorry, but if you have one city that you hate, I'm going to classify Newark as your worst city to ever be in, ever. I'm not seeing the rest of Jersey, but just Newark.
Well, you're getting distortion.
Newark is terrible. Oh, it's breaking apart?
Yeah, he was breaking apart a little there.
No!
But, yeah, Newark is a fucking shithole. It makes Boston look like Oregon, all right?
Ah, man.
Oh, my God.
The references are lost on me.
Oh, yeah. So what's the big shithole over there in the UK there, Matunica? So we can relate.
Is it Liverpool?
Is it Liverpool?
Anywhere outside of London? No, that's pretty hard. But I think probably Peterborough is the worst place. So apologies to anyone from Peterborough.
All right, I'll probably have to look that up.
Myself.
So that's pretty much the gist of the entire game. Does anybody have any extra thought process on it?
Yeah, what do you think about the legacy?
I'm going to stop playing it.
The taint that you shall lick.
The money hole that decided to burn its way into my wallet for some apparent reason is not going to be continued. I'm putting a stopgap in there. I'm putting some aluminum coating on my wallet. Doesn't take any more money from me.
Yeah, I probably need to get my screen repaired on my phone for the groove that I've managed to wear into it from swiping up.
Yeah.
And just like bashing my hand against the screen. That's the legacy of this game.
On the bar.
Many worn-out screens on mobile phones.
I hope they don't make another one. They better not make another one for the extra content. I will never come back and play this game.
Although I would suggest people, I don't know, if someone has got 10 minutes free and just wants to have a bit of a Final Fantasy nostalgia, I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah,
especially the free stuff. I just don't think it's worth investing in.
If you have 5 minutes and you've never played the original content and you like to see what it looked like, not play like, just looks like. You can play this.
And as long as it's free, I can't shit on it too much, as opposed to when it used to be $3.99. So I won't say it's a 0 out of 10 because it is free.
Yeah.
I'd say it's worth it if you're on the toilet and you've got nothing better to do.
So,
just play
what rating out of 10 would you guys give it?
I'd give it a 4. I'm going to be generous.
Jake?
2. 1 point for the design and 1 point for the music they put in.
I give it more like a 2.5. It's cheap. It got money from me. I got a little bit of excitement when I saw 8-Bit 7, but it's terrible.
So you get a 0.1 point per dollar of what you paid for this.
Yeah.
It's not very good value. That is not very good value.
No, it's not. Not even remote, no.
All right.
A lot of this should have been free.
Oh, yes.
But if we're going to do this like the regular guys when they're doing the... what would this be? So you gave it a 2, Jake. Matunica gave it a 4. I gave it a 2.5. But that's 8.5
Divided by 3.
divided by 100 divided by 3. So everybody calculators.
By 30.
530.
It is 8.5 divided by 30. That's how you figure out the percentage.
5 divided by 30. 0.28.
So it's 28%. Yeah.
28% out of 100.
Which,
That's pretty close to Metacritic.
yep, Metacritic is at 25%.
I get 25 out of 100 on Metacritic, and IGN gave it 2.5 out of 10. High praise indeed.
Very high. That's something we could totally discuss with Legacy. IGN, which usually can be paid off with good reviews, right? We all know this. They're fake news. They're fake news. Don't believe them. Okay. Even they put out a PSA video telling people not to fucking buy this piece of shit. That says a lot.
And me being gullible, I ended up paying $25 for this.
It's Square just digging into the nostalgia from people. It's the only thing keeping them afloat right now.
Yeah, don't fall for it, folks. I paid $25. You shouldn't have to.
You just got to have those sprites, man.
Just a little bit.
But again, if you want that completionist value, still don't play this game.
You get no achievements, nothing.
Well, no, you get achievements. They're just not worth anything.
Half
Until
the
you
price
show
could just play
someone it
FF5
on your phone and then they fucking shatter it.
I get more enjoyment out of that.
Just drop kick it like a poodle in Anchorman.
Yeah.
Into a sewage pit that goes down into a fiery depths of hell.
Oh, man. Yeah. As we can all agree, this game is not good. Not good at all. All right, guys. Anything else to add?
No, I believe that's
No, I
it.
think we've said all we can. I'd give it a quick play if you fancy it, but other than that, it's not worth playing.
Definitely a toilet game.
Definitely a toilet game. Not as good as Angry Birds, though.
No, it's not.
Oh, why not Flappy Bird, though?
That dude made $500,000. He got off good.
That is an example, right? You have Final Fantasy and you have Angry Birds as legit games, right? All the Bravest is to Final Fantasy what Flappy Bird is to Angry Birds.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's going to make money, but it's not good. Not good at all.
I swear the tunnels even are ripped out of Super Mario Brothers, if I'm not mistaken. Like the ones in Flappy Bird?
They are.
Jesus Christ!
Totally rigged. Totally gypped.
Cut and paste. We just need Enix to sign off on this. Click done.
Enix will sign off on anything.
Well, their marketing department will sign up on anything. I don't think Square Enix will say sign up on anything. But, all right.
Yeah, so I think I can speak for all three of us and say that the question from us to you should be, what next Final Fantasy Mobile all three of us should play? So we get back on and do this again.
Some of the ones that are already on my phone. If it, Brave Exvius, FF Record Keeper, Final Fantasy Dimensions, and Mobius Final Fantasy.
And I think there's
I already have.
Explorers is another one, right?
All my clothing has my name on it.
Yeah.
All these are free, right? No.
Well, free to download, yes. These are not like the main games. All of these are free. The only thing that's paid for is the cash shop stuff.
Freemium.
Yep.
All right, guys, I think that will do it for us here. Does anybody want to sign off with anything?
I don't know if you guys are playing FF5, and there's a little campaign on Twitter where you do an FF5 run.
Yes.
Is there what is it?
It's a
FF
charity
Salsa. Or something.
It's the 4-job Fiesta.
Yeah, Fiesta.
Yeah, I've already signed up for the pre-registration, and it also. But you just basically you sign up online. I think it's 4jobfiesta.com. If you Google it, you'll be able to find it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's all for charity. You put in some details, you choose what type of run you want to do, and then it basically, the bot on Twitter picks the jobs for you, and you've got to try and get through the game and complete it with those. So then you post a little completion screen, and if you manage to kill Shinryu.
Which we all strive for. We all strive for
that, yes.
There are multiple types of runs for this, so it's actually pretty unique, and it shows different ways you could play FF5. Because a lot of people just go one simple way and do nothing but guild toss. And this brings uniqueness, like how you have to stay in one specific class until you get that job unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And if you put in the Berserker risk as well, there's a chance you could...
Oh, yeah.
class.
I've seen people get stuck on the final boss with nothing but Berserkers.
I don't understand how it's possible. I did put in Berserker risk on my one, so I've got that chance.
Well, if you play them to 99, they have a really high amount of HP, and they can do some serious damage.
Oh, but yeah, you have to get them up to 99 first.
Yeah.
That's some serious grinding.
But that is it, right? Enjoy the grind.
Enjoy the grind.
Right. Hey, where can we find you guys on Twitter?
You can find me at Krinitol, Krinitl.
You can find me at Metunica, Metunnint.
And you can find me at Wandering Flame, one word. All right.
Sorry, my name's ridiculous.
No, it's actually pretty cool.
I was eating a Tunnock biscuit and thinking of Metallica at the time.
It works. It works.
It works. Fine.
It's original. No one's got it.
I know the feeling.
All right. Well, bye, guys.
Have a good one.
Have a good evening.
Later, bitches.
This has been another production of Ultima Final Fantasy, the Ultimate Final Fantasy Podcast. The show was produced by Joseph DeGollier and Caleb Schweiss, with music and editing by Joseph DeGollier, parodies and clips from their respective authors, of course. You can get all of our episodes as well as our Let's Plays at ultimafinalfantasy.com. You can also contact us on Twitter at UFF Podcast, as well as our contact page on our website. Be sure to subscribe and review our podcast. Your reviews may get read on the show, and look forward to the next episode of Ultima Final Fantasy, the Ultimate Final Fantasy Podcast.